before. The Line, the city that delivers new wonders for the world.
Hello everyone, today we'll be talking about impacts of globalization and industrialization on ethical and sustainable business practices.
Globalization is a widely discussed topic. It is therefore not all that easy to explain such a complicated term in simple words. Let's start from the beginning with a background to globalization. Advances in technology, such as mobile phones, aeroplanes, telephones, and the internet, have made the growth of transport and communication networks possible. Amongst other things, this means that people and countries can exchange information and goods more quickly and in a less complicated way. This process is called globalization. Globalization comes from globe and means the worldwide coming together of countries and nations. Where there is light, there is also shadow. Because of globalization and this intense exchange of goods, people and the environment often suffer. If a company decides to move production to an economically disadvantaged country, people in industrialized countries lose their jobs. At the same time, job opportunities open up to many locals in the economically disadvantaged country. Many people in these countries work for very little money in comparison to those in industrialized countries. Therefore, they often remain poor and more often than not do not have sufficient insurance, social insurance, or health insurance cover. A further disadvantage of globalization is ecological problems such as climate change. The use of aeroplanes, ships, and lorries to transport goods over international borders is constantly on the increase. This causes more carbon dioxide to be released into the atmosphere, which, in turn, is the main cause of global warming. Even national environmental standards are ignored. This is a further cost factor in the worldwide international site competition, which should be kept as low as possible to be attractive for a company. There are therefore many sides to globalization which affect almost all aspects of life, causing me to think that the chain of positive and negative effects will continue to grow further. What's important is to realize that globalization itself is neither good nor bad. It just depends how people deal with all the new possibilities in the future.
Nowadays, sustainability is seen as a global concept. This can be explained with the help of the three-pillar model. The model is based on environmental, economic and social considerations, which must always be regarded as belonging together. First, the environmental pillar. It includes, among other things, climate protection, which is widespread, protection of resources, and biodiversity. Also, food should be grown organically. That is, we should stop using pesticides. And farm animals should be given fodder produced on the farm. We must use natural resources more sparingly too. One of them is petrol, which we need for our cars. But sooner or later this resource will be exhausted, so there'll be no fuel for the cars. This is why we're looking very hard for an environmentally friendly alternative, so that future generations will have environmentally friendly cars. Electric ones, for example. The next pillar is the economy, that is, business and industry. In future, at the supermarket, Peter should only find produce that's in season in his region, like strawberries in summer, mangoes from Brazil or bananas from Colombia and Ecuador arrive by air from a very long way away. Transporting them causes a lot of pollution. The third pillar of sustainability is the social element. Goals here include, for example, better education and training opportunities, equal rights for men and women, fighting poverty, and prosperity for the whole of humanity. One beverage manufacturer from an industrialized country has quite a bit of catching up to do here. It repeatedly takes over the wells of villages in India because it needs the water to make its products there. That isn't very sustainable. Peter doesn't think so either. After all, at least a little water should be left in the wells for the Indian population. So Peter tries to do justice to the three-pillar model. When he buys organically grown produce, when he goes to work on his bike, and by using green power from wind turbines, he really does live sustainably. But be careful. A lot of companies exploit consumers' environmental awareness. Not all the products that claim to be from fair trade or organic farming are sustainable. It's up to consumers to be well informed about the products they're consuming.
Talking about policies of Saudi Arabia, it majorly works on principles of three pillars, that is, regulatory dimensions, economic dimensions, and social dimensions. Environmental policies include minimize CO2 emissions, stop pollution, conserve and develop coastal regions, deplete ozone, stop desertification, and maximize efficient use of land. Economic policies include attract foreign direct investment, build strategic economic partnership through the Public Investment Fund, develop economic relations with global partners, develop regional economic ties. Social policies include satisfy privacy, provide public amenities, prevent crime, stop smoking inside buildings and general places, involve society in decision making, satisfy users' needs and requirements. Saudi Arabia majorly focuses on SDGs like clean water and sanitation, sustainable cities and communities, life on land, affordable and clean energy, responsible consumption and production, partnerships for the goals. Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 programs includes projects like NTP 2.0 plus NEOM's The Line project as well. Policies of Luxembourg. Luxembourg is leading the way environmentally, having reached first place among the other European member states on the 2019 Eco Innovation Index. Emission reduction by 2030 and climate neutrality by 2050. Other initiatives like circular economy, control over raw materials, increased product life cycle, safe data management, and reduced pressure on ecosystem have been adopted by Luxembourg. Practices like the green event logo, allowing business to showcase their commitment to sustainability. Eco-friendly accommodations include support of public transport, cycle hire, auditing after every 3 years. Now, in order to conclude, I would say that moving towards a green economy can help both rich and developing countries eliminate poverty. Industry 4.0 also provides a chance for enterprises to build new business practices that are focused on their positive benefits and long-term viability. This involves the development of more distant kinds of sustainability such as energy sustainability, harmful emission reduction, and social welfare enhancement.